they can be useful. Basically, a microexpression is a tiny involuntary expression that shows on people's faces depending on what emotion they're experiencing at that time. They're extremely brief. They last about 1/25th to 1/15th of a second. And since they're involuntary, you can't control them, so if a person learned how to read a microexpression, he or she would be able to tell what emotion the other person is feeling, no matter how good they are at lying or concealing their feelings. There are over 10,000 different types of microexpressions, but most of them can be categorized into 7 universal emotions: disgust, anger, fear, sadness, happiness, surprise, and content. There are certain muscles on your face that show each of these microexpressions. For example, anger is shown when your eyes are glaring, your eyebrows are pushed down together, and your lips are narrowed. In a surprise microexpression, your eyebrows are raised, your eyes are slightly widened, and your mouth is moved. Real surprise. Real surprise only lasts for less than a second, so obviously if you hold that expression for more than a second, you're faking it. Disgust is shown by those two main changes in the face is really big. Microexpressions can be extremely useful in many occupations. When you need to know if someone's lying. People who work in agencies like the FBI or the CIA learn how to read these expressions, and this will help them to see whether the person is trying to deceive them. People who work at airports need to do a test to see whether they can spot dodgy individuals. So learning how to read microexpressions will help them prevent people like the suicide bombers from harming innocent civilians. Teachers could also learn how to read microexpressions to further understand their students and adapt their teaching style to cater for their needs. It's also very useful in everyday life situations. For example, if you see that expression or that expression constantly on your partner's face, at least you have a warning that your relationship's coming to an end. Now, I'll show you a little polygraphs on crime shows like NCIS. Basically, a polygraph, or a lie detector as it's better known, is a machine that records things like pulse, blood pressure, how much you're sweating, and more uncomplicated things. An increase in any of these factors will make the lie detector beep to indicate that the person is lying. However, polygraphs have major faults, and this clip will show you why.
See, the handheld measures cardio and galvanic response. It's the only polygraph ever developed with this kind of portability.
No, not quite.
Karen, you know Secretary Miller from Homeland Security?
Good to see you.
This is Tom Whitmore, the new TSA deputy.
What the hell is this?
It's a lie detector. West Africans use them first. When you're on trial, you held the egg in your hand, and if it broke, it's a sign of anxiety. You were found guilty.
Fine. See, our handheld's a little more advanced.
Well, unfortunately, both devices suffer from the same problem. Now, Miss Cooper, would you mind?
Clear.
Could you ask the control questions again, please?
What are you doing?
Do you work at the Department of Homeland Security?
Yes.
Do you have black hair?
Yes. The problem with all polygraph tests is false positives.
Innocent people can fail if they feel an increase in any emotion. Anger, fear, sexual arousal. Your colleague.
So as shown by the clip, polygraphs measure all the factors that make sure that you're lying, but many of these factors can show all emotions like sexual arousal. Polygraphs can give false negatives and positives as well, so that might potentially set a dangerous criminal back into society. One example is Gary Ridgway, an American serial killer who murdered and mutilated over 90 women between 1982 and 2001. He did the polygraph test in 1984 and passed. Between that year and 2001, it's estimated that he killed over 75 women. Research has shown that lie detectors are only 61% accurate, so you may as well flip a coin. Microexpressions, however, are over 80% accurate, and the accuracy rate increases as you become more experienced with reading. Microexpressions are universal and stay constant from person to person. It's a very underrated science that can potentially save hundreds of lives, and overall it would be very interesting to see what society would be like if everyone could tell